Hello, this is the daily Forex report for August 15th. Let's take a look at the U.S. Japanese yen pair first. This pair closed higher, had a pretty good tail on it, but did close higher on Friday overall, moving sideways. We are looking for it to potentially go as high as 86.78, possibly as low as 84.97. Look for some resistance around 86.50 and look for some support around 85.50. Okay, now looking at the Euro-USD pair, this pair moved lower on Friday, gapped up just a little bit. We are looking for it to move and close that gap by the end of the week at very least, and it's already starting to move down. Look for this pair to potentially go as high as 129.79, possibly as low as 126.65. Look for some resistance around 129.15, and look for some support around 127.25. Now the pound-US dollar pair, this pair closed up, but just by a little bit. Did pull back significantly prior to the close on Friday. We are looking for this pair to continue moving to the downside. Look for it to potentially go up and hit resistance at 1.5675 and potentially hit some support at 1.5540. Now the US Swiss, this particular pair closed up on Friday, did create an inside bar, so definitely look for the breakout. This particular pair gapped down a little bit and has continued to move lower, but most likely we'll see it close that small gap by the end of business on Friday. Look for it to potentially go as high as 10611, possibly as low as 10418. Look for some resistance around 10550. And look for some support around 10455. Now, as far as news announcements go, we have the Australian Reserve Bank board minutes being released for August, and that's going to be released at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow. Really no consensus on that, as the minutes, the numbers from the minutes have already been released. So this is just something to take a look at. No real consensus to worry about. Now, what am I looking for during this next session? Well, we do have an inside bar in the U.S. Swiss and the pound I'm looking at. As you can see, that has a higher low than the bar before it and a lower high than the bar before it. Looking for a breakout, most likely to the downside, at least on this one. Let's take a look at what that looks like. Basically taking a short there. The next real area of support that I'm going to look for it is to come on down into this area, basically grabbing out of this somewhere around 50 pips. So basically looking for a short and then looking to exit, and looking for that to occur all in one session. Now the pound US dollar pair, this pair created an inside bar as well, and we have a couple options here. To the upside, looking for a buy, you can take this low right here, draw it across, and use that as your potential exit. To the downside, look for a short and grab. Let me adjust my chart and we'll take a look at this a little bit better. There we go. Let me just drop some of these on the chart real quick. So no matter which way the pound goes, you have a potential to grab some pips, and you can either scalp or you can choose to go ahead and look for the full move. Now to the upside, we're looking at about 100 pips. To the downside, looking about 85 pips or so before we hit previous support, which would now be resistance. So looking to sell here and looking to exit around the 154.72 mark. If we do get a reversal and it moves higher, look to buy at the 157.11 mark, and go ahead and look to exit around the 158.19 mark, where we have previous support, which would now be resistance. So those are the two options, looking for the pound to move somewhere either down strong or up strong over the next session. Well, that about does it for today. Until next time, this is Jason Fielder. Good trading.